is, we learned about this yesterday. What is another word for sum? I'm hoping to see a couple more hands on this one. Think back to yesterday. What is another word for the sum? Edward? Think back to it. The answer, fantastic job. So we're going to use this number line down here to help us solve what 7 plus 5 is. So I want everyone to go ahead and on your number line, put a dot above the number 7. Because that's the number we're starting with. So this is on your number lines.
What is this one?
And you can make the dot a little bit bigger. I should have said circle more so than dot. So go ahead and make a small circle above the number 7. Mr. Franco should probably do it too, huh? Go ahead and do it right on up here. Because that's the number I'm starting with. What number am I adding to 7, my friends? How many more am I adding on to 7? If you need to, go ahead and look back at the problem Jesus read to us. Alan? 5. We're going to add 5 more. So with our number line, and I call this the bunny hop. We'll pretend like this is a bunny. I'm going to try to give it bunny ears. You can give yours bunny ears too if you'd like. Our little bunny is starting at 7. You can give it the bunny ears. It adds a little bit to it, huh? And our bunny is going to hop 5 more spaces to the right because we're adding. So we move to the right. So my bunny is going to hop 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Where did my bunny land? What number did my bunny land on? We'll call this bunny Benny. We'll call him Benny the Bunny. What number did Benny the Bunny land on, Cruz? 12. So I started at 7, and Benny hopped 5 spaces on my number line to land on the number 12. Because 7 plus 5 is 12. And can someone remind me? 7 and 5, those are the 2 numbers I'm adding together. What are those called? The 2 numbers that I'm adding together. Just to kind of review a little bit. Natalie G? So the 2 numbers that I'm adding together. Think about it. I know you got it. The addends, thank you for not giving up on me there. Thank you. So my 2 addends were 7 and 5, and my sum was 12. So go ahead and take a quick 10 seconds to finish copying that down if you do not have that. And also note, Mr. DeFranco didn't show it, but at the bottom, you should also be putting your answer or your sum on the line down there. He's not going to get it back on there perfectly. Pretty close. You guys know what you're doing. So go ahead and make sure you have that all copied down. Which most of you did. You guys are ahead of the game. You're ahead of Mr. DeFranco. So let's go ahead and we're going to move on to our next strategy, which is on the same page for you all. It's the one that says use a tens frame. And tens frame should look very familiar to you all. So you're using a tens frame. Now Mr. DeFranco is going to read this one to you. Do remember our strategy where we're going to circle the important information. And in this case, our important information is going to be the numbers that you hear. So make sure when you hear a number, you are circling it as you hear it. So Ian has 6 marbles. He received 5 more marbles as a present from his mom. His mom's very nice. So think about the numbers you've heard so far. How many marbles does Ian have now? Take about 10 seconds, look back at the problem and identify or find the numbers that you see. It's a very good job. I think there might have been one more number. What number is that? Not quite one more. Yep. Yep, very good job. I see a lot of you are circling the important information, which is our numbers in this case. Very good job. So can someone remind Mr. DeFranco? I'll wait because there's a couple of eyes I do not see up here. So remember, when Mr. DeFranco is talking, you want to make sure you're focusing. So I'm waiting for one more in the back. Thank you, my friend. How many marbles did Ian start with? So look at your problem and think about how many he started with. How many did he start with, Mia? 6. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw 6 marbles in my 10 frame. And you can do this with me. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Because that's how many he started with. That's our first number. And Mr. Franco did not follow his own expectations and he forgot to circle his first important number. So remember, if Mr. Franco doesn't do it, I want you to call me out on it too, because I have to follow our expectations as well. How many more marbles did he get from his mom? How many more marbles did he get from his mom? Somebody wants you to put that inside here for now. How many more marbles did he receive from his mom, Kimberly? 5 more marbles. So how many more marbles do you think I'm going to add to my 10 frame? Bailey?
5.
I'm going to add 5 more. I'm going to use a different color to show this, so if you want to go ahead and take out a different colored pencil, you're more than welcome to do that for this. I'm going to add 5 more.
I'm going to get one.
So go ahead and take that colored pencil on the next 10 or so seconds. So just one, any color does not matter. Yes, yes, you can. You don't have to use a colored pencil, but it sometimes helps me if I have different colors. So we're going to bring it back in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Ooh, not quite loud enough for this morning. Oh, spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Much better. Thank you, my friends. Can someone tell me how many more marbles Mr. DeFranco added? Did he add the correct number of marbles you're supposed to add? Jesus? So how many am I supposed to have altogether?
5.
And how many did I actually add? 4. So Mr. DeFranco needs to add 1 more marble. So although I ran out of room on my 10 frame, you are allowed to go ahead and add 1 more marble on the outside. And I'm going to use a different red because I need to add 5 marbles. I cannot just have 4. So I'll give you a couple of seconds to catch up on filling in those marbles. And then I'm going to ask you if someone can remind me, without having to count them out, how many marbles are in my 10 frame? Without even having to count, think of the word 10 frames. Brisa? 10. So I know I don't even have to count out all of them. If all of my 10 frame is filled in, I'm just going to wait just a couple of seconds. Some of my fabulous first graders are not paying attention up here. You're going to want to know this. It's a good trick to know. So if I have my whole 10 frame filled in, I can start right at the number 10 and count up. So everyone repeat after me. 10,
10.
11,
11.
10,
10.
11,
11.
11,
11.
10,
10.
11,
11.
10.
10.
Very good. So if you see your 10 frame filled in, Jalen, please make sure we're focusing. When we have our 10 frame filled in, you can start at the number 10. So friends, I know we are well over our math time, but I do want to finish this book today. So I want you to go ahead and go to the page that says use your fingers. So look for those words that you do know in the title to help you find that page. So it says use your fingers. If there's a friend next to you that's not there, go ahead and help them get there, okay? Thank you. I see some friends that are helping out. Take about 10 more seconds to get there. And now we're going a little bit out of order, but I'm confident you all can find that page. To infinity. A little bit louder. That's my favorite one. To infinity. Very good job. So I'm going to read you our story. And I want you to remember, as always, circle that important information. Ben is having a birthday party. We'll pretend like this is Julian's brother. He is inviting 8 friends from his class and 2 friends from another class. How many of his friends is he inviting to his birthday party? So you're circling that important information. A lot of you were doing it as I was reading, which is very nice. Okay. So if you didn't quite get to the circling of our important information, make sure you're listening because your friends are about to help you. How many friends from his class is he going to invite? So I want you to look at your story. I want you to look at your story, my friends, and tell me how many he's inviting from his class. So Alex, can you please make sure you're reading, please? So look back at your story. I see a lot of you that are just looking around. I want you to look back at your story to what you circled. So Angel, how many did he invite from his class? Look at your paper, you circled it. 8, very good job. So he started with 8 friends from his class. And how many did he invite from his other class, Beely? 2. So we're going to use our fingers for this one, which is something we're most familiar with. Yes, Yaneli? In just 1 second, I'll go ahead and I'll sharpen it for you. So go ahead and put up 8 fingers. So everyone else will put up 8 fingers for this one. Because we're starting with 8 that he invited from his class. That was as if I invited 8 of you from our class to my party. And we're going to add how many more? Jesus. Very good. So go ahead and add 2 more fingers. Okay, so let's start over. Some of you were not paying attention when we were going over this. So go ahead and put your hands down for a second. Make sure we're all focused up here. You shouldn't have your pencils in your hand for this one. Thank you for putting those down. Go ahead and put up 8 fingers because that's how many friends he's inviting from his class. And remind me again one more time, Jesus, how many he's inviting from another class?
2.
So I'm going to go 8, 9, 10. Because he's inviting 2 more. So this method is saying we're just using our fingers to count. So how many friends is he inviting in all? What is our sum or our answer, Natalie G? 10, very good job. So at the very bottom on our line, go ahead and write the number 10 because that's how many he's inviting to his party. And now we're going to go on to our very last one, my friends, before we head on over to specials. So once you're done, go ahead and it's on the same page for you all. It's called Draw a Picture. So you're not flipping the page, it's on the same page. Okay, my friends. So, oh spaghetti.
Never spaghetti.
Oh spaghetti.
Never spaghetti.
Okay, so I want everyone's eyes up here for this one. I want those pencils to stay down for now. We're gonna not write the important information for this one because I really want you guys to focus on me saying it to you all. So Angel, put that in your desk for now. We'll fix it later. So listen closely. Mary Payton has 4 stuffed animals. Go ahead and draw 4 stuffed animals down here. Take a quick minute to draw 4 stuffed animals. And I'm going to attempt to draw 4 stuffed animals too. Not sure how they're going to look today. Ooh. So you're taking about 40 more seconds, so you should have about 1 quick stuffed animal done already. Have your 4. Mine kind of look like stuffed animals. We'll go with that.
So the first word, let's say the word.
So Mr. DeFranco drew 4 stuffed animals because that's how many Mary Payton has. So take about 30 more seconds to draw your 4. Remember, they don't have to be the most pretty stuffed animals. Just having 4 is fantastic. To help us solve this, we're going to draw a picture. Because sometimes drawing pictures helps us see what the answer can be. Yeah? So take another 10 seconds, quickly finishing up those stuffed animals.
Teachers, please excuse this interruption. Robert Mitchell-Tree, please come to the office. Robert, to the office. Thank you.
So if you did not get to finish, go ahead and finish while you're listening. Next, Ava has 5 stuffed animals. So what I want you to do, and this is very important that you do it this way, is I want you to, on the next line underneath, draw 5 more stuffed animals. I'm going to do mine in a different color just so I can see. You guys can use your same one, it's just fine. Taking a quick minute to finish those up. See how Mr. DeFranco's just doing a very fast sketch of a stuffed animal? As long as you know what it is, that is all that matters. Well, thank you guys for doing this nice and quietly. It helps you focus when you're doing it nice and quietly. Yeah, yes. About 30 more seconds. Keep focusing.
Ready?
Now, this strategy might not always be the best for you, but if you're someone that likes to see pictures when you're solving your math problems, then this is a great strategy to use. Take another 10 seconds. We are going to try to finish this up. Very good job. And if you're done a little bit early, I want you to count up how many stuffed animals you have all together. So Mary Payton had 4 and Ava had 5, and you're going to put them together to find out your sum. Take another 10 seconds.
All right, good job, guys.
Okay, ooh, watch me, watch me.
Ooh, watch you, watch you.
Okay, so all eyes back up here. So for this one, so I'm going to wait just 1 second. So when we do that, your attention needs to come back up here. For this one, I want you to go ahead and turn to your neighbor and discuss how you figured out your answer. So these three you can work together, those three you can work together. I want you to work all together to figure out how you solved that problem. So I want to hear some good conversations. So how did you figure out how many no's? So maybe Angel, you can explain to him how you solved that. So how did you know which numbers to count? So what did you do? Did you have to count all of them? How did you know how many to count? Because it asks us how many they have all. You have to all is the key word. Oh, thank you. Okay, and we're going to bring it back in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Mac and cheese.
Everybody read.
Very good job. So, who can explain to me what they got as their answer when they figured out how many stuffed animals there are all together? Oh, I should see a lot more hands than this. You had time to discuss with your neighbors. There we go. Dylan?
9.
9. How did you figure out there were 9? What did you do to find 9? Think about it. Did you guys know that there were 9, or did you have to do something to figure out that there were 9? So what did you do? You counted. Fantastic. So you looked at your picture and you counted that you had 9 altogether. Okay. So very quickly, we're going to spend about a minute on this. I want you to, with your tables, discuss which one of the strategies that we learned today is your favorite. So we learned a lot of different strategies. And I want you to discuss what your favorite thing that we did today in math was. So look back at your book if you need to. So you three are discussing together. I want all of you to discuss together. So I want to hear some conversation over here from everybody.
What's your favorite part of your
So, and then tell them why you like that.
The teacher said that talking about what your favorite.
So what about this people? It's a little bit quieter over here. So what was your favorite?
My favorite is Twitter.
So we did a whole bunch of them. One that you like. Some really warm part. Which one did you like? About 30 more seconds. I do want you to keep talking. Explain why it's your favorite. Why is that one?
My favorite is because I look pretty.
Oh, so you like seeing the pictures to help you solve? Very good. So Haley, I want you to explain to both of them which one's your favorite. Why? About 10 more seconds, so wrap those conversations up in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, in your seats in 4, 3, 2, 1, and freeze. So friends, quietly put your pencils on your desk. This is what we're going to do in this transition. I want you to leave your books nicely in front of you on your desks. And when I see your tables nice and quiet, ready to go, I'm going to call tables to go line up for specials. That includes sitting in your seats nice and properly. Turn around all the way. Okay, so Cassia's table quietly line up. Alex's table quietly line up. Thank you for pushing in your chairs to those tables.